What's happening, everybody? This is Cole from Altered Wood Innovations again. Today I'm just going to go do a tutorial. Really cool thing. One of my favorite things to do is actually making charcoal. I like to cook outside all the time. I definitely do use a barbecue. It's big, it's green, it might be shaped like an egg. You can take your assumptions from there. But noticing that charcoal is definitely not cheap as it is, I wanted to find a better solution where I could make my own charcoal and, cook out 3, 4 times a week and be a little bit cheaper. So I'm going to go ahead and go through a tutorial with this big old fella right here. So watch and enjoy.
Alright, so we're gonna... Alright, I don't know when that was. Alright, so we're gonna get started here. I am making my charcoal out of some oak and some whiskey barrel staves. Even still smells like whiskey. So, let's go ahead and cut up my fuel. Start off there. Get to use my chainsaw. About halfway through, it just stopped working on me though. Darn thing's always so reliable. But I guess I'll just have to look into that a little bit later. So instead, I'm just going to use my circular saw. Any port in a storm, you know? So basically, you want to cut up enough fuel so you can keep this fire burning really hot for about 2.5 to 3 hours. So I'm gonna just cut up a bunch of scrap wood. Obviously, Altered Wood Innovations, we go through a lot of wood. We always have scraps. If it's mistakes on the CNC machine or whatever it is, we're gonna have scraps for fuel. But, you know what, I'm missing something here. Safety glasses. Use your safety glasses, kids. So, while doing this process, I'm gonna go ahead and, load my firebox up there before I put the can in there with all of my my wood staves and my oak, and carry my my box of oak over here, and we'll start loading it up. One thing I almost made a mistake there. Oh, hey, Odysseus. One thing I almost made a mistake there was loading my can up with a bunch of wood, all this heavy oak. Oh, Star Wars. All this heavy oak before I put it in the barrel itself. Don't make that mistake. You don't want to be, breaking your back trying to put that in there. So we'll cut up all these staves, zoom right on through this. It's really cool. I was actually doing some research about this. Apparently this whole process is, it's a process called pyrolysis. And it's, just basically, you're taking hardwood, you're removing all of the gases from it, the oxygen, the moisture, all of the nitrogen out of it, and what you're left behind is just carbon charcoal. And just beautiful product. So we'll go ahead and get this all loaded up. And we're about through loading this up. Now I did want to, before I put this piece in there, I wanted to show you this piece. I'm gonna, reference this a little bit later in the video. So remember it. It's not a pop quiz, it's not trivia, but remember that one piece. And just, this is really cool too. That's actually a stamp from the whiskey barrel. I'm gonna hold on to that for a little while though. So let me go ahead and clean up my area here and get ready for some fire. Oh man. Another thing that I do like to do is get my water hose out here and act like a child. No, but really, before I start burning, I always soak down the area around there. Kind of prevents if you get any embers popping out, you don't immediately have a ground fire. So I'll pop my lid on there. If you saw, I did have a little liner. I use a liner from any kind of smoker that you can get at like any kind of hardware store. It just kind of helps seal the trash can a little bit. So let's get this fire going. Should be lit up real quick. I do this at night just because of all the gases. It's a lot of smoke that's coming out. Normally, you don't want to bother your neighbors with all that. And you can see, in the background, my neighbors are fairly close. So we got this fire going, getting real hot. As you can see out of the chute there at the very top, we're getting a lot of those gases coming out now. So with fire, naturally, you gotta go in there and poke at it a little bit, right? It's just natural. No, but in all seriousness, it does not show in the video here, but at the bottom of that barrel, what I have the trash can sitting on is actually just a small galvanized bucket. I actually it's almost in the shape of a donut at the bottom of my barrel there. So as I add wood, as it starts burning, I push that around to the back of the barrel, just creating a better hot coal base there, just so we have more distributed heat throughout the whole can. And I just keep on adding and adding and adding, and trust me guys, this fire was hot. So now we're really cooking now. And if you see, I've got my little poker. I'm kind of poking down in my shaft there. What I have pictured here is actually just a 3/4 drain pipe with a flange on it. I wouldn't suggest going that small. I would at least go to a 1-inch flange with a pipe, just because of a lot of the tar that is coming out of the wood actually tends to clog that up. And if you see, you'll see me a couple times just poking that down, trying to release those gases in there. Probably not the safest thing to do. And now we've got fire. And why not put it in slow motion? It's beautiful. Let's do the fire dance. And this is at full roaring. I took my torch and I actually lit up those gases that are coming out of the top. And you can see how volatile those gases are that are coming out of the top. And this actually burning the gases that are coming out of there actually prevents a little pollution at the same time. And if we got beautiful fire coming out, why not go slow-mo again? Relax. Seems I forgot my marshmallows though. I'll add it to the list for the next time.
Alright, so here we are the next day. So pretty much let it burn for 2 to 3 hours at a really high temperature. It was a process, as you saw. So let's open this guy up and see what we have inside. Oh, we've got some charcoal. Look at this stuff.
This was one of the last pieces that I put in there. It was a solid piece of oak, but now it breaks apart. You've got high quality lumped hardwood charcoal right there. And virtually, I made this for free. That's awesome. Okay, so I just wanted to break down some of the materials that I use for you guys. Right here, 55-gallon drum. I bought that. I went on Facebook and just found it. I think I might have paid $20 for this. Actually, a kind of funny story of picking this up. Sketchy. I had to go there after work. It was in the middle of the night. Went down a dirt road. I had to leave $20 in the trailer, and I just booked it out of there. I got my my 55-gallon drum, and that's pretty much what I cook everything in. If you can see it or not, you saw it earlier in the video, but I just cut a hole there so I had a nice burn box so you get a lot of air and circulation through there so you can get a nice hot fire. Next, I used a 22-gallon trash can. It's just a galvanized steel trash can. I picked it up at the hardware store. I think it maybe cost me $20 as well. For the lid for the trash can where I put all the hardwood in, I just took just a drainage pipe, easy drainage pipe, put it on the top with a flange, and it just works great for just to get some of the gases out of the charcoal that you're using. And that's basically it, man. I mean, this is just a super easy process, and I mean, it saves you a lot of money in the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and like and share. Till next time, thank you.